This book, The CO2 Cult of Modern-Day Flat Earthers, is focused on exposing the mass formation delusion put forward by the climate cultists. They blame the cause of the naturally occurring modern-day warming event that began with the Industrial Revolution in the late 1860s on single gas CO2, not by the raft of other major scientifically proven climate influencers, including the obvious, the sun and its sunspot cycles. This alarmist and grifter cult make no mention of the fact that in addition to the current warming period, two other major climate change events have also occurred in the past 2,000 years. The warming medieval optimum between approximately 950 AD and 1250 AD, and the Little Ice Age between approximately 1300 and 1350. To explain the success of this worldwide mass formation climate change delusion, Paul Joseph Goebbels, the German Nazi politician and Reich Minister of Propaganda of Nazi Germany from 1933 to 1945, quote, "If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. The lie can be maintained only for such time as the state can shield the people from the political, economic, and military consequences of the lie," unquote. The execution and promotion of the climate delusion is explained in a quote by George Orwell, quote, "We have now sunk to a depth where the restatement of the obvious is the duty of intelligent men," unquote, not using one's own common sense and reasoning. The obvious objective of the climate warming cult is to maintain the power and flow of money from Western governments to the globalist cabal, who have had their way in ruling the world for the past 80 plus years without pushback. Bruce Walker in 2008 states in his article, Madness and Political Life, quote, "How often do we have to return to the words of Orwell to make sense of the world today," unquote. Further he cites, quote, "There is madness in our lives and it neither seeks nor wants a cure," unquote. Walker argues, quote, "Great nations are altering their economics, impoverishing its poorest subjects, condemning their future generations, all in support of the lie of climate warming," unquote. To paraphrase the mindless thinking and actions our globalist elites are engaged to destroy centuries of social and economic evolution, the president of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde, at the International Climate Change Conference, Venice, July 11, 2021, states, "Climate change requires us to redesign the entire economic and financial system in line with the green net zero transition, including the need to reduce our carbon footprint in everything we do, from banknotes to how we supervise banks." Professor Richard Feynman, 1918 to 1988, a Nobel Prize-winning theoretical physicist, states the following truth, quote, "It does not make a difference how beautiful your guess is. It doesn't make a difference how smart you are, who made the guess, or what his name is. If it disagrees with experiment, it's wrong," unquote. Conclusion: the current day climate change propaganda is not about following the science. It's about transfer of power and control to our globalist betters.